Class of 2028, please be seated. Caleb Middleton, member of the class of 2028, elected class representative, will now share the communication.
Well, howdy, everybody. Howdy. It is great to see y'all today. So I want to welcome everybody to the class of 2028 White Coat Ceremony. Before we start, I would like to say thank you to every family or friend that has joined us today to support your student. Please give them a round of applause. Your support for us doesn't go unnoticed. You are appreciated. I would also like to say thank you to my class of 2028. Honestly, I just think that every student here has worked so hard, and I am just truly proud of y'all. I want them to know that if nobody else believes in you, I do. Here at our pharmacy school, we all belong, and together we will all graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, throughout the next 4 years, you will see us grow like never before. At times, there will be tears, happy and sad. Many days, we will call you to complain about the workload, the parking, and of course, the bipolar Texas weather. Now, through trials and tribulations, we will endure the tough days together, knowing that in the end, we will all become pharmacists. To everybody in the crowd today, please know that your student will graduate with pride. For the faculty and staff that we have here at TMU are truly indescribable. They provide us with support, guidance, and the necessary structure that we need. So families and friends, be sure to thank every staff member that you see today. Because while you may get a call every couple days, these staff members feel when it's year-round. Yeah. To close, I will respectfully ask that everyone please stand, if able, and join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for your presence today as we celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2028. We thank you for the many friendships, mentors, advisors, and professors you have bestowed upon us in the past and in the future to come. Lord, thank you for granting us the knowledge and passion to enter the pharmacy field so we may serve the needs of others. We ask that you provide us with light in our darkest hours so that our love can shine through and be evident in our actions. Lastly, I pray for protection and safe travels for those in attendance. Please watch over us as we seek to honor your heavenly name. Amen. Amen. Thank you, and you may be seated.
Thank you, Caleb, for leading your class in a thoughtful and moving invocation. Howdy. Howdy. Let's try again. Howdy. Howdy. My name is Mansur Khan, and I am interim dean in the Irma, Lerma, Rangel College of Pharmacy. And I'm also a university distinguished professor. I'm a Regent Professor and a Presidential Impact Fellow. It is my pleasure and honor, distinct pleasure and honor to be with you, to stand here before you and be a part of this momentous occasion. The white coat ceremony has long been a tradition in the healthcare profession. It's a rite of passage, and it signifies a student's transition into the clinical years and emphasis on becoming practice-ready through patient-centered care. That said, I want to speak to you about what the white coat specifically means in the field of pharmacy. First, white is a symbol of purity, and the white coat symbolizes the purity of purpose being affirmed in becoming a healthcare professional. It is a magical moment. It is a moment of responsibility. When you don your white coat, you are pledging your commitment to your patients. You are letting your patients know that you have their best health and well-being in mind. You are telling your patients you can be trusted. You are giving your patients your undivided attention, and you're providing your patients with compassionate care. When you wear your white coat, you are representing the very best Texas A&M University offers. It is you. You are the embodiment of countless hours that our faculty have invested in your education. You are the symbol of dedication that our preceptors have provided you with. You are the reason that we have stood 18 years strong and inching towards preeminence in every way. I'm looking forward in anticipation of this class raising the bar of excellence even further. As Kayla described, you carry a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession, the ability to foster lifelong learning, and to dedicate yourself to excellence. As you cross the stage today, I want you to think back to the day you decided to become a pharmacist. Think of the journey you have been on to reach this point, from completing coursework prerequisites to going through the entire application and admissions process, and finally receiving your acceptance into this fine program and being welcomed into our pharmacy family. We call it family as graduate school pharmacists. Think of the excitement and the wonder of it all. Never lose that. Each day should bring to you new opportunities for success and new challenges to conquer. Your upcoming co-curricular activities, your clinical rotations as licensed interns, and your engagement in interprofessional education activities will be the start of a new chapter in your pharmacy education. You will be entrusted with assisting licensed pharmacists and prescribers in counseling and treating patients. A new and tremendous responsibility will be placed on you to contribute to patient care. I'm so excited for you to start this new chapter with us. You're following 18 other classes that have come before you and countless other classes that will come after you. Class of 2028, please stand as able to be recognized. Very sharp, no doubt, and you deserve all the best. I am sure your social media pages are going crazy with all your amazing photos. I would like to take a few moments to thank our special guests for their attendance. I would like to take a few moments to thank our special guests for their attendance. First and foremost, may I ask that all families, friends, and significant others of our students please stand as able to be recognized. You have truly inspired our students and supported them along their educational journey to reach their lifelong goals. Thank you for your love, your commitment, your support, and your sacrifice. We most sincerely appreciate all you've done and continue to do so for our students. Next, I ask that all administrators, faculty, and staff of the Texas A&M Irma Lerma College of Pharmacy, please stand as able to be recognized. Your knowledge, wisdom, experience, and guidance has provided our students with a foundation for their didactic and clinical education. As you stand to receive the recognition of this audience, know that you inspire our students every day to become the very best version of themselves. Thank you very much. I would also like to recognize another group of individuals who have shaped our students. This group plays a critical role in the process of developing our students' knowledge, skills, and the ability to make independent and critical judgments for the patients they serve. Our preceptors serve as mentors and teachers as they provide education and practical training in 21st century pharmacy practice to the members of this class. I ask all pharmacists and preceptors present today to please stand as able to accept the call of the class of 2028 and this audience for your education and practical training. All Now I would like to introduce the stage party. Please allow me to introduce all members by the call of your applause. In addition to our esteemed faculty members that are here, please welcome Dr. Asim Abu Baker, clinical professor and associate dean for clinical and professional affairs, whose office has organized this joyful ceremony and reception. Dr. Abu Baker will also present the class of 2020. Dr. Hamid Abbasi, CVS Pharmacy Manager, and alumnus of the class of 2015, who will lead our students in the pledge of professionalism. Joining the white course today will be Dr. Elaine Ivy, Clinical Associate Professor of Pharmacy Practice, and joining her will be Mrs. Lindy Duras, Registered Pharmacist and Experienced Education Provider. It is my distinct honor and pleasure now to introduce to you our students. Dr. Craig Cox is a professor of pharmacy practice, regional dean of Lubbock campus, and division head for adult medicine at Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center, Jerry Hall School of Pharmacy. He has been on the faculty for 24 years, and for 18 years he served as the vice chair of the student program. He received his PharmD degree from the Washington State University and completed a critical care residency at Texas Tech University School of Pharmacy. In Amarillo, Dr. Cox provides clinical pharmacy services on the adult medicine ward at University Medical Center. He has served as the preceptor for more than 400 students. I'm just counting, 24 years, 400 students. That works out an average of 16 to 17 students per year. Dr. Cox, you are raising our bar. He also provided numerous presentations focused on experiential education both in the United States and abroad. Dr. Cox has a passion for self-discovery and team development. He led the rollout of emotional intelligence assessment at the School of Pharmacy, while serving as a consultant for other health professions. He has been elected to different national leadership positions within the American Association of College Pharmacists, AACP. In 2022, Dr. Cox began a 3-year presidential term with AACP and is currently the immediate past president of the association. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the esteemed Dr. Craig Cox.
All right, well, thank you, Dean Pond, and distinguished faculty, friends, family. It's an honor to be standing here before you today. And of course, to the class of 2028, you should be so proud of all of your accomplishments that got you to where you are today. But as Dean Pond was talking about, as you sport these new fancy white coats, there's so much meaning to them. And as you move into the future, it's a commitment to take care of your patients. That's not just taking care of them. In order to optimize your care, you're going to have to get to know these people. And so what I wanted to do is, every time we do these presentations, and it's nothing against Dean Pond, I told him I would say this, is that we always have these formal things, all these things that Craig did, all of these accomplishments, all of these titles, and all of these types of things. We don't really know Craig. Just a guy in a white suit that went to college and did a lot of stuff. But what if we did introductions like this? Craig Cox was born in South Bend, Washington, a small town known as the oyster capital of the world. He grew up with 4 siblings, and as he went through high school, he went to 3 different high schools, graduated with only 20 kids. His parents got divorced, they separated, they remarried, and that had a huge impact on his life as he moved around the state. Craig was an amazing sports person. When asked, as he's played every sport in high school, were you good? Craig would say, well, let's just say that I was very good at supporting other people in their athletic journeys. Now, Craig graduated from Washington State as a 3rd generation Cougar from pharmacy school. Dad, granddad, and my brothers. He then moved to Texas where he met his wife, Shaylin, who's also a pharmacist, married, has a kid that's 10 years old, Aubrey, and a 6-year-old son, Casey. Craig is one of those guys that loves people. He's also one of those guys that loves adventure. He takes risks, and Craig fails. He's failed a lot. But Craig is also the guy that if you ever heard the stories, he's well known that he went up to Alaska, Sitka, Alaska, and chopped off his finger on a crab boat. Or he's the guy that went to the Super Bowl for only $29. Now, as I tell you these stories, as you get to know people, I think it's so critical that there's another piece to us than just who you are when you put on this coat. There's more to you, and you need to know that about your patients. And as I go today, I hope that we can talk about that, and I just want to give you 5 quick pieces of advice in the short time that we have. The first thing that I want to do is I want to take you back to 2016, back when I was in shape and I was a runner. I was at the start of the Las Vegas half marathon. I was standing there with my 4 buddies. It's a 13-mile race. They sounded the gun. We took off. And as we hit mile 1, I turned over and I looked at my guys and said, come on, guys. I got to run faster than this. I got to go. They're like, whatever, Craig. Do whatever you need to do. And so I did. I took off. And for the next 9 miles, I ran at a blistering pace. As I hit mile 10, I hit a brick wall, for those of you that are runners. I couldn't move. I could barely walk. It was just miserable. But I told myself, you got to keep going. There's only 3 miles left. You could do this. So the next 2 miles, I just walked. And finally, I was like, you got to pick this up. We got 1 mile left at the finish line. So I started to run. I felt rejuvenated. I could feel the wind in my hair. I could feel my feet as they were pounding the pavement. I was running again. And then all of a sudden, I looked over my shoulder and somebody passed me. And I didn't think much of that, except when I looked closer, that person was walking. And you wonder, why do I tell you that story? Because I wonder how many people wake up every single morning actually running to something, not just thinking that you are. Isn't that what we want in life? Is to have something that we're so passionate about, that we believe in so much, that we want to run to. Now I'm going to tell you that as you guys begin your career in pharmacy, as you go through pharmacy's career, and then once you graduate, there's a lot of stuff to run to right now. You hear some negative things, but there's a lot of positive things in pharmacy, and it's exciting. But what I'm going to tell you to do is don't just do the easy path. Take that path that you choose to run, maybe go a different one, maybe make it challenging. I know that I grew up in Washington State. When I graduated, just about 2 months before I graduated, I flew down to Amarillo, Texas. They whisked me out in a taxi after I landed at the airport, went to the School of Pharmacy, went up to the 4th floor, and they said, Craig, look out. As I looked out that window in Amarillo, I could see Canada in the north, and I could see Mexico in the south. I thought, what have I just done? Because you gotta see that I came from a state of Washington where my front yard was the ocean, and my backyard was a forest and the mountains. That was a big change. But I can tell you that change in my path, and the one that I chose to run, it changed my life. And if I wouldn't have done that 25 years ago, I wouldn't be standing here today. The other thing you have to think about is, don't say you can't do something. Did I really think that the guy that ran an oyster hatchery sitting in a small town in South Bend, Washington of 1,500 people would be the president of a National Pharmacy Association? No, I did not. But that's where I stand here before you today. What about saying I won't do that? How many of you say that you won't do it? I mean, I can do it, but I'm not gonna. Well, I said that when I graduated from high school. I'm not gonna be a teacher, and I'm not gonna be a pharmacist. If I want to talk college, my dad was a pharmacist, no way. I've taught pharmacy for 25 years and will probably do nothing else. There's also many of you that are probably first generation college students. And you should be proud of that, as should your family that I know are proud. And as you do that, those are new things and taking new challenges, and those are things you need to think about. So my first piece of advice is to dream big. But when you dream big, you gotta set goals. Because you know dreams without goals are simply fantasies. They really are. And so my first advice, dream big, set goals, and then start running somewhere. The second thing that we have to think about is relationships, forming relationships, whether it's with patients, whether it's with your colleagues, whether it's with faculty, with staff, pharmacists, patients, all of these people. The first step to a relationship is self-discovery and getting to know yourself. Whether that's emotional intelligence, strengths finders, personality tests, I'm sure that you've done tons of those, and you will do many more. But get to know who you are, but then be true to who you are. You know, one of the things I always give a piece of advice to my students is don't be an actor in your own life. What I mean by that is don't show up every day and feel like around this person you have to be one person, around this person you have to be something else. And in this environment or whatever, that you're always just changing. Be true to yourself and know who you are. Be proud of that. But as you do that, I also want you to think about, as you're thinking about who you are, there's also the other side that you gotta get to know other people. Kind of like I was introduced by Dean Kahn, and there was a professional side, and then I told you the personal side. But you know, when you're interfacing with other people and getting to know them, make it about them. How many times do we have our phone, and we have our water, our papers, and we're just kind of looking at them? Make each one of those moments with other people about them. Make them matter, make them feel valued. That's how you build relationships. It's not a quick, superficial shake the hand and you're kind of doing other things. The other thing is you're building relationships. Don't just build them with the people that are easy, the ones that are just there, the ones that you know won't take a lot of risk. No, the people you form relationships with as you go through your schooling career and as you get out into practice, it's going to be those people that maybe don't have a voice. Maybe those people that have a voice but they don't know how to use it. Maybe it's going to be those people that don't have the same resources you have, the same opportunities. Those are the people you reach out to. Why? Because I found in my career, those are the people that have the answers. They have the skills, they have the knowledge, and they have the passion. They're going to help you to get to where you want to go. So keep that in your mind as you move forward. So the second piece is to build meaningful relationships. The third thing is life is not easy. Anybody that tells you life's not easy, you know, they're lying to you because it's not, right? Life is going to be really, really tough for every single one of us. And you know that path that you choose to run to that I'm encouraging you to do? As you start running down that path, you're going to get pushed off that path. Sometimes by life, sometimes by mistakes or bad decisions that you make. But other times you're going to have people like Dr. Abu Baker that will shove you off. Yeah. So as you get pushed off this path, don't worry about those people. You know, because those people, you probably have something they want. You're probably doing something that they can't do. You just keep pushing through and your great resilience will move you. I will tell you that as you get pushed off those paths and your trajectory in life changes where you're running to, that as that happens, don't let that define you. Embrace those challenges, embrace those change, and make you a better person. Because I truly believe that the things in life that are the most rewarding are those things that we actually have to work for, not those things that just get handed to us on a silver platter. So lesson number 3, embrace challenges to make you better. Number 4, what I would think about is that we don't know how much time we have on this earth. We really don't. But I do know this, that every single one of you have 24 hours in your day. But it's how we use those 24 hours that makes us different. You know, and I'm sure that there's moments in your life that you've already had, or you go through pharmacy school, or you get out, you're going to think back and you're like, I wish I could do that again. You know, it reminds me of a story of a palliative care physician. She was taking care of a patient who was dying of cancer in his 50s. She walked into the man's room and he was holding a picture of him and his son walking on the beach, and he was crying. And she said, why are you crying? And he said, you know what? Because I don't remember anything about this day and I wish I did. You see, I was so caught up in the busyness of life. I was so caught up in doing what I thought everybody said or I thought that I was supposed to do rather than actually living. and I don't remember, and I'll never be able to. And I just wish I could feel the touch of my son's hand and remember what he was saying, and hear that ocean and look into his eyes, but I never will be able to do that. I hope that you take this as a poignant moment to understand that yes, you're going to be busy in life. Yes, you're going to be busy in pharmacy school once you graduate. But ultimately, as you go through these experiences, don't let it be at the expense of truly living. One of my favorite phrases is, turn the minutes of your life into meaningful moments and make them matter. So number 4 is my advice, is to make the most of your time. And finally, each one of us, when our time comes, because our time will come on this earth, it's not going to be about, as you go through pharmacy school, the grades that you got, work hard. It's not going to be the scholarships you get. It's not going to be elected offices. It's not going to be the cars you drive, the houses you get, the places you travel. It's going to be actually about the impact and the influence that you've had on other people's lives. That's what ultimately matters. You know, I've had a lot of chances, and I know Dean Kahn said that over 400 people, I've had a lot of those students that have called me up afterwards. And one I really remember, about 5 years after he graduated, he called me up and said, "Hey, Dr. Cox, I don't know if you remember, but you failed me. And I didn't like you at all. I didn't like one thing about you, and I told that to every faculty, staff, preceptor, student that I ever saw, and I probably made your life terrible during that time. But what I want to say is, I want to say I'm sorry. You know why I'm sorry? I'm sorry because the things that you said, the things that you did, I didn't understand at the time. But now as I look back, you changed my life. I would be doing what I'm doing today if it wasn't for you. So thank you." That feels so good, those words of affirmation. It's something that keeps you going, it keeps you moving forward. It's like playing golf and you have, you take 37 shots on every hole and you get a hole in one on the last, and now golf is your favorite sport again, right? But as you go through your life and you do these different types of things, and as you have these different challenges, I mean, the things that you have to think about as you think about impact is the people that are around you. And you're not going to always get credit for everything that you do. You want to get credit, but you're not. You know what's most frustrating? The people you don't like, you don't respect, they get the credit. They get the external pat on the back. They're the ones that everybody's seen, but you're the one that did the work. I've come to find out in my life that it doesn't matter. If you wake up in that morning, you go to bed at night, you can look in that mirror and you know that you're having an impact and you're making an influence, that's what matters. It's not all of this other stuff. It's superficial to them, but not to you. You know, I think of the story of my daughter as we're closing, is that my daughter and I were at 19th and Frankfurt in Lubbock, Texas. And we were pulling up to the stoplight, we were stopped there. And my daughter said, we saw this man that was disheveled, he was dirty, his possessions were all over the place. She said, "Dad, can we help this person? Can we give him some money?" I was like, "No, honey, we gotta go." We're like, "Come on, Dad, come on." I think he's like, "Okay." So I handed her $20, handed it to this man, and the look on this man's face was something that I will never forget. But the look on my daughter's face was priceless. Make moments like that in your life. So lesson number 5 is make an impact on someone else's life. So to recap, there are 5 things. Number 1, dream big, set goals, and start running somewhere. Number 2, form meaningful relationships that help you to create a network so that you know where to run. Number 3, there will be challenges in life. You will get pushed off your path, but keep running and learn from those change and difficulty. Number 4, make the most of the time that you have on this earth. And number 5, impact someone else. And in the words, being a baseball fan, in the words of Jackie Robinson, who was an amazing baseball Hall of Fame player, he said, the influence that you will have on the other people's lives and the impact that you make, that's all that matters in life. So I encourage each one of you as students, the class of 2028, I want to say congratulations. I can't wait to see where you start running. I know that you're going to change the world, and I hope that just a few pieces of this advice will help you as you embark on your career. So congratulations.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Cox, for being here with us this morning and sharing your personal story and inspiring all of us. We appreciate your participation, your wisdom, and your contribution to the profession, to academia. As I see you do what you do on a regular basis, so thank you so much for being with us today. I will now present the class of 2028 for the donning of their white coats. Dr. Khan, it is my great pleasure to present to you the members of the class of 2028 who have demonstrated they are ready to receive the white coat, the symbol of clinical care and service. This time, I would ask Dr. Ivy and Mrs. Beers to step forward to assist with donning your white coats. Will the students please step forward to prepare to receive their white coats? As I call the students forward, I will call 2 names at a time, so please hold your applause until I've had a chance to call both names. Sarah Ahmed Qaddar, Terrence Chinedu Aichado. Anya Akhtar, Sarah Durain Alawi. Katrina Bagioro, Samuel Brady Barrow. Corey Basso, David Jose Bonsu. Jennifer Cervantes Hernandez, Hannah Chow. And Chavez Oiling Chong. Orange Victoria Proverst, Chloe Miranda Dietrich. David Chiabuka Emanoye, and Ye Wong. Colton James Eckhart, Anya Mayet Eugene. Isabella Marie Figueroa, Brittany Nicole Fort. Eric Daniel Garcia, Sajid Al Hassim. Hassan, Angelica Haber.
There you go, flex arms, yeah.
Sheila Nicole Al-Farouche, Taeyu Hall. Zachariah Hung, Lincoln Jin. We didn't practice drawing. Danielle Nicole Letcher, Madison Nicole Nail. Melanie McGill, Madison K. McGuire. Ashley Marie McKeever, Kayla Middleton. Devin Ray Moore, Noor Ahmed Mohammed. Tracy Ten Win, Kelvin Reeves. Palacios, Sabrina Mary Natalia. Catherine Putnam, Sadat Rahman. Dagger Allen Brown, Kevin Damian Santana. Leah Shippey, Mahek Siddiqui. John Russell Smile, Devin Lee Snell. Adrian T. Tran, Jayla Elizabeth Williams. Megan Elizabeth Wilkin. Dr. Bossi, please come forward to lead the students in the Pledge of Professionalism.
Howdy, everybody. It is an honor to be an IV pharmacist, and I just want to say congratulations to you all. It is the pledge of professionalism is y'all's first step in becoming an IV pharmacist. So congratulations. Are y'all ready? All right, let's go. As a student of pharmacy, I believe there is a need to build and reinforce a professional identity founded on integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. This development, a vital process in my education, will help to ensure that I'm true to the professional relationship I establish between myself and society as I become a member of the pharmacy community. Integrity will be an essential part of my everyday life, and I will pursue all academic and professional endeavors with honesty and commitment to service. To accomplish this goal of professional development, as a student of pharmacy, I will develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession by contributing to the well-being of others, and by enthusiastically accepting the responsibility and accountability for membership in the profession. Foster professional competency and lifelong learning, I will strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity within the profession in order to provide optimal patient care. Support my colleagues by actively encouraging personal commitment to the oath of a pharmacist and to the code of ethics for pharmacists as set forth by the profession. Dedicating my life and practice to excellence. This will require an ongoing reassessment of my personal and professional values. Maintain the highest ideals, professional attributes to ensure and facilitate a conventional relationships. The profession of pharmacy is one that demands adherence to a set of ethical believe this does not start with graduation, but it begins with my membership in this professional college community. Therefore, I will strive to uphold this pledge as I advance toward full membership in the profession. Thank God. Congratulations.
Dear class of 2028, congratulations. Accomplishments that brought you here and the pride I hope you feel about entering the pharmacy profession. You have come this far, and there are no limits to where hard work and determination can take you. Please remember the words of wisdom shared by our keynote speaker, Dr. Singh Kar, and look to him as someone who leads by example. You all look very sharp and smiling. But remember, the next time you put on the white coat, it will not be for your own benefit, but for your patients. And it will signify to them your commitment to this profession. Wearing the white coat comes with a great sense of responsibility of maintaining integrity, heartfelt compassion, and professionalism in all you do. You will wear this white coat countless times, and you will touch numerous lives. But every time you put it on, your purpose will be for something greater than yourself. I understand how trying this time is for you and your families. I realize this has been a bumpy road for many of you. As you continue your lifelong path, challenges will continue to present themselves. With determination and perseverance, you will continue to overcome them one at a time, just as you have done and continue to do so. Dear class of 2028, you have an unprecedented ability to make a difference. You must embrace, you must uphold, and you must promote the calling of pharmacy. Immerse or pour yourself into this, and you will be the best pharmacist you can be. Our patients and the healthcare system are in dire need of your services. Our patients need you, and our profession awaits you. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you for your participation in the ceremony. The white coat ceremony for the class of 2028 has now concluded. Audience, you may take photographs of the students from your seats or in front of the stage, but please refrain from taking them on the stage. You may also take photographs in the foyer. Again, thank you and congratulations to the white coat recipients in the